Hey YouTube, this the whale. I wanted to make a movie, not a movie, but a video about DFI money. I've been noticing that DFI money's been neglected, and I want to share some things that a lot of people are missing. What is DFI money? DFI money is a fork of YFI. It's an actual community-driven fork, not a copycat. Let's rewind back to July. YFI stakers were paid in YFI for storing stablecoin in the Y-curve pool. But to prevent well control or manipulation, a weekly halving schedule was proposed called YFI. Because of this doesn't pass, the whales could control YFI. This proposal was passed by the community in an overwhelming 80% landslide. But then in some sort of boss move, the vote proposal was declined, stating 33% quorum requirement was unmet. What does that mean? It means 33% of the token holders didn't vote. Now, whether that's true or not remains to be seen, but YFI community isn't buying it. Regardless, Andre Cronje's fears may have been materialized. Well manipulation and centralization will take over YFI. It's gonna take it over one day. I wonder how much YFI Coinbase owns. Any case, YFI is the first fork of YFI. They did capitalize off the predecessor's name for a few weeks, but they quickly decided to forge their own identity and ecosystem by rebranding to DFI.Money or Dfi.Money. I'm impressed. This takes guts. This pullback to separate themselves when they could have easily rode the coattails of YFI for the rest of this bull run takes guts. That took guts. Like many others are gonna ride YFI the whole bull run. By the way, I'm just attracted to people too that are trailblazers. People like CZ and Justin Sun, Sonny Lou, Charles H. And this YFI team, this YFI 2 team, Dovey Wan and Lucky Uwikwe, David Bao. The YFI team are innovators and trailblazers. I'm gonna tell you why I like DFI as an investment, and we're gonna shut this thing down. You have the experienced developers, David White Bao and Lucky Uwikwe, that have been, and it's 30 other developers in different parts of the world. So this is not a small group of guys in some room. Listen, the African continent is legitimately involved in the success of this protocol. I may be exaggerating a little bit, but you see what I'm saying. Lucky Uwikwe, in his own right, he's an African trailblazer with ties to Hubie Global, and he's a developer. Plus, he's a very popular influencer in his own right. He hosts a live, I guess you could say, TV type telegram in Africa. Also, out of the 5 fastest growing economies, 3 of those economies are in Africa. I think it's Ghana, Ethiopia, and Rwanda. So, let's talk about David Bao. David Bao is the frizzy-haired, flip-flop wearing genius. He's the guy you don't want to talk to. He's gonna be over your head and boring you to death. But he's a genius. Plus you have Dfi.Money, the exciting, brilliant, beautiful liquidity marketing expert with a rap sheet that includes going way back to 2014 in this space, CoinDesk advisor. She was one of those first liquidity miners with loads of connections in China and in the US crypto space. And each have relations with Andre Cronje. I'm not gonna call them friends, but they know each other. So it's no surprise that Andre post showed support for YFI 2. So another reason I like DFI is there's like I was saying, it's a global initiative. Although 70% of the team is from China, China being the second largest economy with 27.44 GDP, and also the home of 80% of the Bitcoin miners. These guys are very intelligent and ambitious, and they've got the high ground. Cause listen, big money's about to flow into Dfi.Money. As I was making this video, the price was at $3,100, $3,000, and people on Telegrams and Twitters were talking about it's going to zero. China, listen, China has accepted DFI, and not only have they accepted it, they've latched on to it as their national DeFi protocol. China loves DeFi money, not Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is that's Western money. So you got the world's logistics center, China, and Bitcoin mining hub. You got that money. You got some of the fastest growing economies in Africa, Rwanda, Ethiopia, and there are more that are onboarding. You got that money, and you got Western money that's going to FOMO. They're going to gush into this protocol. When you go to YFI, if you go to the YFI site right now, it's in English. However, if you visit Dfi.Money's site, it's in 5 different languages. It's available in 5 different languages. Why is that? Because the consumers can speak them 5 different languages. Indonesia, Thai, Japanese, and Chinese, English. Another reason is the innovation. They've got an app in China that they're working through that takes you straight on in. That they can onboard directly into DFI. China is leading the charge. And let me share this with you. There are Bitcoin miners. These Bitcoin miners have lots of surplus, and they want in. They want into DeFi. They've heard of DeFi. They trust DFI. See, they want in to DeFi, and Dfi.Money has connections to these Bitcoin miners. They're asking her, hey, what do we do with all this extra money? We want to be in DeFi. So what do we do? Hey, this is what you do. I'll help you, Dfi.Money. So don't be surprised when they add a wrap BTC pool soon. And it'll probably come stocked with 50 million BTC as a trial run. And that, of course, is going to attract the whales. The whales see the blood in the water. They see the little fish in the water swimming around, and here they come. And at the end of the day, investors want high interest and safety. They want high interest and safety. We're seeing a lot of mobility when it comes to liquidity. People will stake on Uno 1 week and hot dog the next. I don't understand it. But we're here. I'm a little bit more cautious with my coin, so I like a company or a protocol to have some seniority or time in the game before I just lock in, or farm on their platform. Cause I'd hate to put 50K or 100K into some unaudited pool and it's hacked, and my funds are part of that hack and stolen, or my money gets burned some sort of way, and some guy in his pajamas with no identity swaps all his 1 week old tokens for ETH and then disappears. It's out there. This is happening. This is happening now. So another reason I'm a fan of this DeFi platform is there is more clarity and transparency. We just spoke about the guy in his pajamas. And a lot of people are investing in these quote unquote decentralized platforms with these hidden developers, no Telegram, no Discord, and you're gonna put 100,000 in there. You're gonna put 5,000 in there. I'm just a fan. I'm a fan of DFI, and I'm just a fan of this DeFi platform. They've got an admin. There's an admin in the Telegram. There's Twitter. There's Discord. There's GitHub. Now the real information is on the WeChat that I'm still having some difficulties accessing, but you can there's a gov.YFI2.finance website that is really good, that is kind of I guess you could say working in parallel with WeChat. So there's core team members you can follow and contact. All this, it got all this, but it is decentralized. The platform and the protocol is audited and the keys are burned. So it's just the genius of David White Bow and these other 30 or so unnamed developers around the globe. So that's just a few things that I really want to discuss, and I want to share this with you as well, how I like the fact that China and Africa are kind of unifying in this protocol and working together in a way that's gonna probably do some amazing things. So when the China money comes in and the Africa money comes in, of course the Western money, we're coming. We want it. We want to make money. Everybody's gonna eat, and there's gonna be some big things happening. So my thoughts were, and this is just what I think is possible in the long run, and by long run I just mean a few years. We could see $1 million a coin. That's possible. Now, what do I think is going to happen during the bull run? I at the very least, when I first saw the protocol and I invested into the protocol, I believe that the protocol is gonna do at the very least half of what YFI does, his older brother does. But my prediction would be that half of what it does, up to at least 100K. So I'm not trying to give you investment advice. I'm just telling you what I'm up to and what I'm doing. If you wanna follow and get in on what I'm doing, hey, I'm just sharing. So